Hey everyone, GM Admiral here with a mega edition of Quick Look TTRPG, and I cannot be more excited to hold here the Esper Genesis Master Technician's Guide. For those of you unfamiliar with Esper Genesis, it is a 5e sci-fi role-playing system that came out several years ago, and there was a large gap before the Technician's Guide came out. I know that there was some stuff happening with the company and whatnot, but Rich Luciflare assured us that the book would be out someday, and sure enough, here it is. Esper Genesis is actually where I got my start writing science fiction role-playing games. I wrote for the first season of their organized play system, an adventure called Aftermath, and I still attribute that to the foundation for me writing for Star Trek Adventures. So, Rich, if you're watching this, thank you for giving me that opportunity. It really, paid dividends for me in my writing career, and I owe it all to you. So, Master Technician's Guide. I honestly don't even know what's inside of this. I was hoping that someday we would see it, and now it's finally here. So let's crack through. We're not going to go through the entire book. We're just going to maybe get a couple of images. We're going to look at that cover art's gorgeous. Table of contents. So we have an introduction, chapter 1, running your game. So game mastering style. So we almost have almost like a GM rules section, like a GM guide kind of here to start is what it looks like. Gear and rewards, right? Gear is the big part. We assume that there would be a lot in here. Cybernetic augments, computers, virtual reality, starships and starbases, a good 20 pages on that. And there is a Game Master Toolkit down here, which is awesome. Adventures and campaigns, NPCs and organizations. Wow, this is way, way, way more than I ever expected to find from this book. This is awesome. Alternate dimensions across the universe. Yeah, this is so cool, Rich. I'm so happy that you and your team were able to get this together. Now under the Skydawn Game Studios imprint, which is great, because the original stuff was Alligator Alley. Alligator Alley was 2018, so that was 7 years ago that I wrote that Esper Genesis adventure. So pretty exciting to see this finally come to fruition. The art, as always, in all the Esper Genesis books is just next level. Talking about the styles of play, the acting, the exploring. This is something that I was able to include in the Game Master Guide for Star Trek Adventures as well, something similar. I love the trippy art when it comes to outer space, because space is inherently weird. Role versus role, this is always a big thing. I know in the Stargate role-playing game, which was also 5e, they had a lot of discussions about that. A little bit here about if you're playing with small groups versus large groups. Passive checks, of course. How do your passive checks go? Some great, of course, we got tables galore. Can't argue with that. I love them. And just, look at this art. Like there's clearly a battle going on here, but there's also some other type of story, because you see the ships going off in the background and whatnot. One of my co-writers on Star Trek, Michael Dismuke, always says he tries to figure out what is the story that's going on in all the pictures in Star Trek. Like, what's being pushed, what's happening. Oh, street chases, yes. Chases, that is spectacular. Diseases. Man, this has got a lot already. We're only 30 pages in. Oh, man. That is awesome. That power armor is great. Yeah, we got another one flying in the background, fighting against these bug-like aliens. Very, very cool and well done. And of course, all the weapon art is always great in these books as well. So yeah, this is the Infinity Stones? No, Core Stones. Yeah. But like, you get your close-ups of your gear. I wonder what's happening there. There's some type of, like, is she breaking in? That's very cool. So yeah, I have Esper Genesis. Like I said, it's a D20 game. It's just like Dungeons and Dragons in space. I know that Wizards of the Coast have announced that they're doing a sci-fi game. I don't think you need it. You've got Esper Genesis, and the team has done such an awesome job with the different species, the story that's going on. I can't say enough good things about this game. Wow, look at all of these items, or equipment, I should say. Like, look at that. That is a sci-fi gun, if I've ever seen one, right? Detrimental properties, beneficial properties. Everybody likes some good quirks on their different pieces of equipment and whatnot. So, excellent. And of course, your reward tables, right? So if you kill a creature, you can roll on the D100 and get random stuff. That's something from like second edition of D&D, so that's carried over quite a bit. That's pretty awesome. Got some enhanced items. Installing cybernetics. You could absolutely do some type of like cyberpunk planet if you wish. That's pretty cool. I wonder what's going on there. So yeah, so I'm super excited that the Technician's Guide is now out. That is a cool jet car of sorts. And I'm not sure what the plan is from the company in the near future. I know that there was an expedition book that they had done that I think was for D&D or Esper Genesis. And I think that will be coming out. And hopefully we'll get some reprints on the original core rule book, or they'll update the core rule book in the near future. That looks like something out of my game Sentience. I would definitely love that. Very, very cool. Drones. All right. Wow. Rich. This art is spectacular. I just can't say enough good stuff about it. Like, who doesn't love just a big ship, right? With a bunch of little ships all around it. Beautiful. New maneuvers, sensors, how to build a starship. Like, how much does it cost? How much does it weigh? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you know what? I know that Starfinder is releasing second edition. I don't think I need it. I think this is everything you need in a D20 sci-fi game. And I think that not enough people know about Esper Genesis. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, is this underwater? That's what it kind of looks like. It's underwater, although that's smoke and not bubbles. So it's probably outer space. But that could equally be an underwater image. Celestial navigation. Yeah, and then you get into the GM section, creating threats, special features. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to run a sci-fi game, the tables in this alone and the art in it alone will inspire just hundreds and hundreds of hours of adventures. No question. I think I still have my Children of Aria. I think I had one of these that I made my profile image for some time back when the game first dropped. Classic kind of aliens type image there. I think more games need to do stuff like this too. Like, there is a lot going on in this picture without a lot going on in this picture. This is provoking so many questions to me. Why is it caution? Why the red light? Where's this? What is this green and red light off to the side for? This alone could prompt a 4-hour adventure easily. So yeah, I'm excited. I know that these are shipping to shop. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that I'm kind of a loss for words with some of these things, folks, because it's just so beautiful. Like, I'm very, very impressed with how much went into this book. And it's definitely worth it. Like, you could, like this image, probably a quasar back there pulsing, which is awesome. This talks about mapping your campaign, like how big do you want your regions of the galaxy to be, your sectors, how big are they? Primary star types, like just building them. What type of stars in your system? Oh, different types of science fiction. I like this. So sci-fi theme, space opera. This is what we're familiar with, right? This is, most stuff that we see in science fiction is space opera. Apocalyptic sci-fi, military, sci-horror, hard science fiction. I kind of put The Expanse is kind of a hard science fiction in my opinion. I know they do a little bit of weird stuff with it, with a little bit of sci-horror as well. Alternate dimensions, how to travel through dimensions, how do you get to these dragons, the deep ether, entering the etheric plane, entering the Drath Saya. Far and wide glasses, bizarre and deadly creatures. Pockets of the realm crossover allowing denizens to emerge and wreak havoc. Sounds a lot kind of like fluidic space in Star Trek. And then we get to some bad guys. Bad guy ships. Look at all these. Wow. Awesome. And then you get to your appendixes and your index. Oh, so what do we got back here? Shadow of the Zephyr adventure series. So that's, I believe that's the series that I wrote for. And then the threats database, which I definitely have as well. Shadow of the Zephyr is an 11-part series of adventures that can each be played on their own as part of the Crucible Core organized play campaign, if you wish. I forget what episode I wrote. It might have been 7 or 8. I think it was one of the first Tier 2 adventures. But it was definitely a great learning experience. And a full color starship character sheet in the back. That's spectacular as well. So, wow, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot say enough good things about Esper Genesis. If you have not heard of it or not looked it up and you are into science fiction, do yourself a favor, find a core rule book. I know that you can find them on like Facebook Marketplace. People are parting with them, and otherwise you're going to be waiting probably a bit for a reprint to come in. But I can't say enough good things about this game. Rich, I'm so happy that you were able to pull this off and finally get this out to everyone. And I wish you the best. I wish you the world. And I hope this goes on to be a huge, huge seller. That's it from me. I'll catch up with you all later.